Hey folks, this evening I am going to be doing a uh, solo play of Built for War. Um, I'm probably going to get some rules wrong, but that's just how it goes. So I have the game set up at the moment, well, not fully, um, for the solo game. I am going to play the United States, so I have my board over here. I am all set up. I have my weight starting at 5, which is what it starts off for other players. In a solo player game, I randomly choose 8 technology tiles, which I have chosen here. I get 2 tank kill tiles, which I have chosen there. And I have a doctrine here, and the doctrine that I have chosen to start the game with allows me to add a d6 to a weight allowance if my tank is to go over the weight allowance for an action. I have also randomly drawn the anti-tank gun support card, which is up there in the top right, and it allows me, when I take a fire cannons action, I can activate this as well, and I get a d6 plus 4 attack against another tank. I have chosen to fight the Russians, and there is a deck of AI cards here that is shuffled up. There are the Russian tank cards here. At the start of the game, you roll 2d6, and I rolled an 8. So let me show you that here. So that forced me to choose this card here. You'll see in 1942, if you roll an 8, then you get the T-34 tank. So this is what they start with. They have 4 tank kill tokens, which I have here. They have a weight of 9. And those are what they would do for all the actions that they could take on the AI cards. So I'll put that back up here, and then I randomly also drew a support card for them, and it is a major objective with 2 defenses and 2 victory points. And here are their tank kill tiles. So you basically play through this normally. The AI will draw a card when it gets to the combat actions, and they will, you essentially go through the card and take one of the actions if you're able to. So let's go ahead and get started. The first action is the build/research phase. So what I will do is show all these research tiles that I have randomly drawn. I have blitz objectives, which adds 1 weight, and then it gives me a minus 1 initiative. It's the mind flail, and it is a secondary technology because the icon is faded in the top left. Then I have a 45 millimeter armor, which changes my current armor rating to 5 in the front and 1 in the back. Right now it is 3 in the front, 1 in the back, and it adds 3 to my. Let me see if I can get this to focus a little bit better here. Seems a little off. There we go. 45 millimeter armor, it gives me 3 weight if I add it in there. I then have reroll armor, which is a secondary armor technology, and it is sloped armor, which basically allows me to do a reroll on my defense roll. I have a blitz technology, primary technology, which is a 300 horsepower engine, will increase my initiative by 2, but adds 2 weight. I then have a machine gun, or upgraded machine gun, I guess I should say, that gives me plus 2 to my roll. Right now it's just plus 1. I then have a pintle mount, which is a secondary machine gun technology, which adds 1 to my roll. I then also have another primary armor, which adds 4, which changes my armor to 4 up front and 3 in the back. And as I said, it's currently 4 in the front, 3 in the back, but it does add 3 weight. And then I also have a turret primary technology, which increases my initiative by 2. It is a 50 horsepower turret, but it adds to my weight. So after looking at these, I believe that I'm probably going to choose to research this 4x3 armor here, just so I get some armor in my rear in case they flank me. So let's go ahead and switch this back, and then I will take all of these tiles, and I will kind of play this as though I was playing against other players. This would go, this is all kept secret from other players. This will be face down, and my technology that I decided to research goes here on my blueprint section, and it goes face down as well. The AI does not take a build research action, so we will forego that. And now we go to the combat phase, and that is done in an initiative order. And if you look down here on the initiative track, the red player has their token above my token, so the Russians will go before the United States. So what we'll do is we draw an AI card, and I will throw that over here so you can see. This is their priority. So we look at number 1, turret. So is there a turret action up on the action cards? There are 2 turret actions up on the action cards. There's one there, and there's one there. One is has a weight allowance of 8, and the other one has a weight allowance of no weight allowance. Basically, it's the infinity symbol. So, since we can do action number 1, that's the one we're going to do. Which one do we choose? Well, the AI will always choose the maximum weight allowance one. Which is going to be the one that has the infinity symbol on it. So I'll throw that over here, and you'll see that in the top left it says it has the infinity symbol. This is a turret action, and they will gain the turret initiative. So we will slide the other card back over here, and you'll see that their turret initiative currently gives +1 initiative. So switching back here to the main board, we will take and move their marker 1 up on the track. And that turret action gets used. We'll put the T-34 tank back over here, and the AI priorities card will just get discarded off to the side. We were able to do the first action. If we were not able to do the first action, we go to the second action and see if one of those cards is up there, and so forth to the third. If we are not able to do any of the 3 actions, we draw a new AI priorities card. Wait, let me make sure that's accurate before I say so. If no actions from the AI card are available, discard and replace all face-up action cards and remove all suppression markers from the AI support units. The AI will then invoke desperate measures per normal rules. So I was mistaken. You don't discard the AI priorities card. You would discard all these action cards up top here. Draw new action cards. That's what it said, right? Yes. Remove all the suppression markers, and then the AI invokes desperate measures. And that's where they draw the top action card blindly off the deck, and they either have to discard it to do a repair action, or they have to do whatever the action says. So that was their action. They chose the turret with the maximum weight allowance, which allowed them to activate their turret ability, which increased their initiative by 1. So now it's my turn to choose an action, and of the 3 actions left, I think what I am going to do is to choose. I believe I'm also going to take a turret action. So we'll bring this one over here, and you can see that this turret has a weight allowance of 8 at its max, and I'm currently at 5 for my weight of my tank. So I gain the turret initiative, and my turret initiative just increases my initiative by 1. So I will move up 1, but now I am on top of the Russian player, which means I have initiative. So that is a season. Basically, we've gone through a full season, and we will start to the next season. So summer comes up. We're going to refresh these cards. We're going to there's another turret, and there's a blitz. And then we go back to the build phase, the build research phase. So I'll go back to my tiles here. Let's see, what do I don't know if I want to build yet. I can either research to put more tiles out on my blueprint, or I can build, where I take my blueprint tiles and actually put them on my tanks and upgrade my tanks. I kind of think that I want to do another research action. I don't have anything that increases my cannons. Don't have anything that increases my cannons, but I might want to increase my initiative. I think what I will do is I will upgrade my turret, or not upgrade, but I will choose to add a 50 horsepower turret, and it's going to increase my initiative by 2 every time I take a turret action. So that's what I'll do for my research phase. The AI player does not do any research or build phase. So then we go to actions. And because I am now, my token is above the Russian player, I go first. So I get to choose an action out there. You know what? I think I'm going to fire cannons. I think I'm going to fire cannons. So I'm going to take the fire cannons action. There is no weight allowance limit on it. It has an infinity symbol. So it allows me to activate both my tank and my support unit, which has the fire cannons action on it as well. So first I will attack with my tank. And when I do fire cannons, I basically take a die, and I will roll the die. I rolled a 4, and my 75 millimeter M1 cannon adds +1 to that, so it's a 5. So now we look over here at the T-34, and you'll see down here at the bottom, it has the armor rating, which is a 4 in front and 3 in the rear. I have to choose the first number, which is a 4, which means is their front-facing armor, because I do not have, even though I go first in initiative, I am not a full point initiative ahead of the other player. We technically have the same initiative, but since I'm on top, I go first. I compare my 5, and they have a 4, so we'll roll a defense die for 4. Go back here, and they rolled a 3, so the 3 plus the 4 gives them 7, and I just have 5. So they successfully defend. They do not lose anything, a kill marker from the tank. However, I can also take an action with my support card, which is a die roll cannon action +4. It is an anti-tank gun, so I'm going to do that as well. So I will take my die and I will roll it here. It's a 3. So I have a 7, and then they get the defense roll as well. It's a 2. 2 plus the 4 is a 6. So my 7 beats their 6 in defense. So I will get a tank kill tile from them. Or rather, it goes away. Let me check that out. I think it goes away. Yes, that's right. It is discarded, and then I will get one at the end of my turn because I killed at least one tank. I'm just going to leave that T-34 card there, since we'll be using it quite a bit. So it's basically now the end of my turn, so I will get a tank kill token for killing a tank. And now it is the Russian's turn. So we'll draw a new AI card. And this AI card says that a priority is Blitz. Is Blitz out there? It is. So Blitz will gain they will take the Blitz card, and it is the only one out there, and it has a weight limit of 8, which they meet. Or no, they exceed it. Well, let's see here. Hold on. How does that follow? Let's see. Go to the second AI card actions. Okay, so they can't do the Blitz because their weight is 9, and the Blitz card has a weight limit of 8. So then we'll go to the next one, Fire Cannon. Is there a Fire Cannon action card available? There is not, so we skip that one. And we go to Turret. Is there a Turret action available? There is, and it has no weight limit, so that's the one that they're going to take. So they will choose the Turret, and it is Gain Turret Initiative, which is just +1. So they will go up 1 on the initiative track. And then I move them up 1 on the initiative track. So that's the end of this season, the end of summer, and we will proceed. So we go up to fall, and we are going to replace these 2 action cards, and we have a Fire Cannons card, and we have a Burn Tread card. Now, a Burn Tread card basically means you can select any card, or any action, so to speak. And I believe the AI will choose that card all the time. So let's get moving with the build and research phase. So at this point, they may be coming to take an attack on me. So I'm probably going to build. So I will choose to build. That's where I take my 2 blueprints that I have out here and I place them out. So this is a primary technology. I will cover up my current 25 horsepower turret with my 50 horsepower turret. It increases my weight by 1, so I'll move my weight up by 1. And then I will cover my current armor, which is 3 in the front, 1 in the rear, and it's 30 millimeter armor with 45 millimeter armor, and it increases my weight by 1 as well. But it gives me 4 armor in the front and 3 in the rear, which I will need because right now they can make a flanking attack since they are ahead of me on the initiative track. So that's my build. I have built my tanks up, and we will see what happens. So now we go to the combat phase. They have initiative, so we will draw another AI card here. And it is the Fire Cannon, is the first card up. So there is a Fire Cannons card out there, and it does have no weight limit on it. However, they might burn that. They might choose the Burn Tread card. The AI will select a Burn Tread card that matches requirements before other types of cards. Okay. And in doing so, perfect. Okay. So it will choose the Burn Tread card. I'll throw that over here. This is the card it's going to choose. Burn Tread. 8. Oh, no, wait. In its weight class, though. Is that what it said? That matches requirements. It does not match the requirements because it has a weight limit of 8, and their weight limit is 9. So it actually will not choose that. It will choose the Fire Cannons that has the infinity symbol there. But it's still going to take a shot at me. So they will choose that. We look at their Fire Cannons, and their Fire Cannons is right here, and it has +1 on it. So they will attack me. I'm the only one out here. There is a chart that shows how they set their priorities for the different actions. They basically are just all going to be on me because I'm the only one playing against them. But if we had other human players or other AI, even if we had other AI players, they could fight each other. So We will do a fire cannons action. So they are going to, their fire cannons was +1. So whatever the die roll is, +1. 4 plus 1 is 5. Now my armor is now 4. So I roll my defense die and I will add 4. Or no, they are flanking me because they're ahead of me. So my armor modifier is 3. So whatever I roll, +3. So I have to roll, and they rolled a 5. So I've got to roll at least 2 or higher. Actually, I've got to roll 3 or higher because attacker wins ties. All right, 50-50 chance. And a 1. So I lose that. I will lose a, one of my tank tiles goes away. So I lose the one that I got just the round before. Not a huge deal. I'm not too worried. So that is, then they are done. That was their action. So now it's my action. Combat action. So I have my choice between fire machine guns, burn treads, or blitz. If I blitz, I increase my initiative. How does blitz work again? If we blitz, count the number of lightning bolts shown on the blitz technologies. Subtract this number from any weight penalties, which I have none. My weight is 7, which is the last neutral penalty for blitzing. So I would increase only by 1, but then I could capture that objective. But I would have to reduce my I would have to reduce my initiative by 2 because there's 2 defenses on that objective. I could also burn tread and choose any. I don't want to choose fire machine guns because that only affects support units, and it would be useless to fire at an objective. You can only blitz an objective, and they have no other units out there at the moment. So I'm probably going to do burn tread and maybe do a turret action to actually go above them. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to burn tread. The weight limit is 8. My weight limit is 7, so I'm still good. Even if it wasn't, I have that doctrine where I can add my weight or increase my weight allowance. Burn tread, select any action. I'm going to select the turret action, which currently, since I upgraded my turret to a 50 horsepower turret, I now increase my initiative by 2, so that puts me up above the Russians. And that's it. I believe that's all I can do at this point. So now we will go to the winter next season, and we get a couple more action cards out here. We have another blitz with an 8. Is that 18? That's 18 weight limit, and we have a support action. That is probably what I'm going to go for. Okay, so start of the phase, we can do my research/build. So let's take a look here. What else do I want to add? I can increase my blitz. Blitz objectives at -1 initiative with a mind flail. Let me see, are these technologies covered anywhere in this rulebook? Oh wait, no, there's a player aid for them. That's right. Early war technologies. This is a mind flail. Enemy objectives cost 1 less initiative to capture. Okay, that would actually help me out there. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to research the mind flail, and I will put it there. And that'll be an action for me to upgrade. It'll be a secondary technology as well, so that'll be probably helpful. Um, so that's my research phase. Now we go to the combat phase, and I have initiative now, and so I get to take an action first. So I know I said I wanted to do support, but I don't have that out. I don't want to. Yeah, I think support's the best way to go. So it allows me to draw 2 support cards and keep 1, discard 1 to the top. So let's draw 2 support cards. So the 2 support cards I drew were mortars and conscripts. The mortar allows me to blitz with 1 additional initiative, turret with 1 additional initiative, or machine gun with 1 additional modifier. The conscripts just allow me to blitz an additional 1 or a turret an additional 1. So of the 2, I'm going to take the mortar because it makes more sense. It has more actions. So I'll put that up there, and then this one goes back on top. So they know. So I know that they're going to have conscripts as one of their options if they take a support action. So that's my support action. Now I will go to their action, and we will draw an AI card. And it says Blitz, and there is Blitz out there, and there is an 18 weight allowance Blitz or a 9 weight allowance Blitz. And they will choose the 18 allowance because it's the higher of the weight allowances. So if we look at their blitzing ability, it is actually +3 initiative. So they are going to increase in initiative 1, 2, 3. And then we will capture objectives. There are no objectives for them to capture, so they are not going to do that. And that's it. That's their turn. So I move their initiative up 3, so now they're way ahead of me. They chose the blitz, and that goes away. So now we are at the end of a season. Now, do I refill end of season? Yeah, we'll do the end of season first. All right, so these get refilled. Action cards. We have another support with no weight allowance limit, and we have a fire machine guns with no weight allowance limit. It is now winter, so we go to the end of year phase, and we score as follows: 1 victory point for each tank kill tile on their player board. I have 2, so I will get 2 victory points. And then 1 victory point for each victory point symbol on the objective cards and units they own. I have 1, 2, so I get 2 more. That goes to 4. And then 1 victory point for each enemy support unit they destroyed. I destroyed no enemy support units. And then now the AI will score normally. So they will do the same. So for each tank kill tile, which they have 3, so they get 3 points. And then their objective has 2, so they get 2 victory points. They destroyed none of my support units, so they get nothing for that. Now I can choose to spend initiative to score victory points. I don't think I'm not going to. They're only 1 ahead of me. I think I can make it up. However, there is a chart for the AI to spend, and we roll 2 dice. And I rolled a 7. So I look at the chart here, and the chart at 7 says buy as many victory points while keeping 5 plus initiative. So they will spend one initiative to drop them back down to 5 to get one victory point. Because in 1942, one initiative is equal to one victory point. So now they're 2 victory points ahead of me. So what does the AI do for end of year maintenance? Discard AI tank cards that contain no tank kill tiles. They still have 3 tank kill tiles. Each AI tank card that has a production number for the next year receives 1 additional tank tile. So the next year, well, this moves up to 1943, and we're in the spring. So we'll look at the card 1943 that does have a number, so they get an additional tank tile for that tank. And then in a solo game, players may choose to discard all of the technology tiles in their technology stack and draw new ones. I think I will do that. I don't like any of the other technologies in my technology stack, and I just want to get a fresh set. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will discard those 5, and I will draw 5 new ones. We'll draw that one, and that one over here, just trying to get away. This one's buried down on the bottom of the pile, and that one looks pretty good. So I have 5 new sets of technologies, which I will set there. And that's it for the year-end spending, end of season. Each player receives 1 additional tank kill tile, so I get 1 tank kill tile as well. And I may flip my doctrine over if I want to. I probably should have used the other side to start with, but I think that I'm going to need this to take more weight allowance actions. Because I am starting to get a bit of weight on my tank here, and it's at 7. As soon as I get 1 more, I start having penalties for my blitz initiative. So, and I don't want to really start taking malfunctions on my tank. I could change my entrenchments if I have any, but I don't have any objectives yet, so I'm not going to do that. And that's it. So now we start another a year in the spring, and we are back to build and research. So let's look at my new technologies. I have an auto technology, an AM radio. This is a support technology, and if I were to choose this, I would replace the current one, or if I research it, it immediately goes into effect. It doesn't even sit on my blueprint board. That's what the auto means. And when I take a support action, it would allow me to draw 3 cards instead of the 2 cards. That's pretty powerful. I have a blitz of a 300 horsepower engine, which I think I had before and chose not to use. It increases my initiative by 2 when I blitz. I have a discard, which means if I were to research this, I would discard it immediately and essentially remove all damage from my tank. I have another one here that is discard immediately and increase my initiative by 2, aerial recon. And then I have another auto, which would mean it would immediately go out onto my board as a secondary cannon action. And it allows me, it's HE ammo, allows me to fire my cannons at support. They don't have any support. So would I want to research any of those currently? Maybe the 300 horsepower engine. Would put me at 2. Or I could just increase my initiative by 2 immediately. They don't have any support guys out there, so I can't. It doesn't make sense for me to do that. I might just do the blitz. Well, I can increase the blitz there as well. Yeah, let's do the decisions. We're going to research the AM radio. So that is an auto. So what that means is it immediately goes out onto my board. And it is a primary technology, and it covers my support primary technology or existing technology, and allows me to draw 3 cards instead of 2 if there is a support action out there, which there is. So I might be able to make use of this pretty quickly. That's my research phase. Now we go on to the combat phase, and the Russians are in front, so we will draw a AI card. And it is fire cannon. There is no fire cannon out there, so we'll go to the second one, which is blitz. There is a blitz out there, however, it does not meet their weight requirements. And so we go to fire machine guns. There are 2 fire machine guns out there. They both have no weight requirement, so that's what they're going to choose to do. So they're going to choose to do one of these fire machine guns actions. And they will fire their machine guns. Oh, let me get this card back over here. So their fire machine guns, which is the multiple bullets right there, is +1. So they're going to target. Now they have a couple choices in their targets, because I have 2. I have 2 initiative or 2 support guys up there. So when we look at support priorities, AI will choose a complementary card if appropriate. Oh wait, this is this is when they're choosing. No, fire machine guns. AI will target. That's when they. I was reading the support action because I was thinking of support units. Fire machine guns. AI will target units with the lowest defense. They both have 1 defense. In case of ties, select from the support card priorities table below. If multiple players would have eligible targets, the AI will fire upon the player with the most victory points, then initiative. So, if we go to the support card type priorities, between the mortar and the anti-tank gun is above the mortar, so they will choose to attack the anti-tank gun, which is what I did not want them to do. So they are going to roll a 1d6 and add 1 to it. They rolled a 3, so they rolled a 4. And now I make a defense roll of whatever I have. Do I make a defense roll? That's a good question. Fire machine guns. Yep. Add the number of defense icons. Yep. So I just have to roll higher than a 3 to beat them. So 4, 5, or 6. And of course I don't. I roll a 2. So they will kill. They will. Yeah, they will kill this. So this goes face down beside their card. They destroyed that. Crap. Okay. And that completes their action. So now it's my combat action. Flanking does not matter when attacking support units, obviously. So I didn't have to really worry about that. Now, of the actions that are up there, fire machine guns does not help me. Blitz Doesn't really help me at the moment. I mean, it gives me 2 initiative, which put me ahead of them. But I still didn't build that to take advantage of it. I really need to get this out there in order to take advantage of any blitzing. Let's just do support again. I'll take the support action. There is no weight requirements on this. Draw 2 support cards, keep 1 and discard 1 on top, but I have my draw 3 cards, so I will draw 3 support cards. One of them we know is the conscripts, because I drew them last time. So we'll put these over here so that we can take a look. And we have the conscripts, which we discovered last time. We have special forces, which have 2 defense, and they have an extra initiative for blitz and 2 for machine guns. Or we have a minor objective. Now I could do the blitzing. I think I'm going to take the special forces. I'm taking the special forces. And then I will put the conscripts and the minor objective on top. Alright, so I have the special forces. Now, that's my action. Finished with my action. Next season, summer, we get 2 new action cards. We have fire machine guns and fire cannons. Add support units. Back to me on researching or building. I think I'm not getting any cannon technology though. I think I'm going to go ahead and just build, even though I have one here. And that's for the blueprints, or the blitz objectives at -1. My mind flail, -1 initiative. It'll help me get that objective from them. And it is a secondary technology, so it goes beside my blitz technologies, my primary blitz technology. All right, now we go to actions, and it's back to they're still in the lead, so we will draw another AI priorities card. And we have, we'll get down to the reinforcements in the moment. We get to blitz. There is a blitz card out there, however, they do not meet the weight requirements, so we go to fire cannons. There is a fire cannons out there, however, they do not meet the weight requirements. So we go to the next one, fire machine guns. There is fire machine guns, and they do meet the weight requirements, so we will get rid of a fire machine guns card. And we will do a fire machine guns. They are going to target, they have 2 targets now. They will actually target the special forces because they have 2 defenses, or they're higher on the list. So we have a d6 plus 1 for their roll. 3, so there's a 4. So I just have to roll a 3 or better. Come on. I've been rolling terrible. 4. Perfect. So 4 plus 2 is 6. That beats their 4. So I successfully defend their machine gun. Now, we look back here at the reinforcements. I have decided to play with the easy AI, which is a captain, which is 1 star. So reinforcements say if the number of stars is equal to or less than the current difficulty level, another tank would basically spawn. 4 is not less than 1, which is my current difficulty, so this has no effect. So that'll get discarded. Now it's my turn for an action. And I have a couple different options here, but I'm probably going to blitz. I'm probably going to blitz so I can get that objective from them. So I will blitz, and it is an 8 weight restriction, but I'm at 7, so that's fine. So a blitz initiative. I have 1, so that increases my initiative by 1. There's no penalty because I'm at 7 weight value, and now I can capture an objective. So I can go after this objective, but it's 2 defense value. So I would normally have to decrease my initiative by 2 to take it. However, I can since I have my mind flail, that is decreased by 1, so I only have to decrease my initiative by 1 to take it. And I will take that, and I will put it over here, and I am going to fortify it with my special forces. So now if they want to try to take this, or if they want to try to fight my special forces, I've got 4 plus 4 to my roll. And that's my action. And we go to the next season, which is fall, and we get 2 more action cards out here. We have Burn Tread with 14 weight limit, and we have another Burn Tread with 16 weight limit. So they're going to choose that. Research and build phase for me. I mean, I can increase my blitz. I don't think I really want to do that. I can do my HE ammo automatically, or I can do this area. I'm going to do this aerial recon, and it happens immediately. Discard. Let me verify that. I'm pretty sure it just immediately happens. The discard and the auto are special technologies. Immediately place the technology on the tank in the appropriate location, or discard the technology if it also contains the word discard. Yes, so it takes effect immediately. So it gives me +2 initiative immediately. It's aerial recon, but I just discard it. So that'll get discarded over here, and I will increase my initiative by 2. Now we go to the action phase, and oh look, now I have initiative. So I get first choice of action. And I can Burn Tread to take any action. I could leave that up there, because they're going to use one of those 2 Burn Treads, but I could leave one there for me next round. Fire machine guns does not help me. I have nothing to fire machine guns at. Fire cannons, but my weight limit is 7, but I have that ability, that doctrine allows me to roll a d6, but I would have to roll a minimum of a 3 or better. And the way that I've been rolling, and I only plus it would be a d6 plus 1 against their 3 plus a d roll, or a d6. Or I could just Burn Tread and turret, or support. I think I'll turret. It's going to give me 3. Actually, hold up. No. I screwed up. My support cards have blitz on them. It would have given me 2 more initiative. So my initiative should actually be 2 higher than what it already is. Because there's a turret or a blitz here and a blitz here that add 1 initiative each. So I could then turret, or I could blitz. I could blitz and get 4 more initiative. Put me way out there. Or I could draw support cards. Let's draw support cards. Let's do that. Well, we'll take the burn tread, and we are going to do the support action, which draws 3 cards, and we know what 2 of them are going to be. We know the conscripts, obviously. We know the minor objective, but now we have a machine gun that gives +3 to machine guns. Imagine that. But I think what I'm going to do instead is actually take that minor objective. Yeah, I'm going to take that minor objective. And then I will put these back on top of the support cards. I will take the minor objective and I will entrench my guy on it immediately. So that's a little more defense for both of them. I think that's a good play. So that's my action. And now we go to the Russians' actions, and we will do the AI cards again here. And we have a blitz, and there's no blitz out there, so we go to the support. There's no support out there. We do the fire cannon. Oh wait, there's a burn tread, so they will use the burn tread. They will use the burn tread for a blitz, and they can use the burn tread. It was a 14-pound or 14-ton weight limit on it. And they are 9 tons, so they can actually use it. So they will use the burn tread, and they will use the blitz. And their blitz is +3 initiative, so 1, 2, 3. So that caught them up. I'm going to have to take a blitz action probably. And then they will try to... I believe they will try to capture. Let's see here. Blitz. After gaining initiative, AI will blitz an untrenched objective first. AI will target a 2-point objective before a 1-point objective. So they're going after the major objective right now. And they will, in order to get that major objective for a blitz, they have to spend quite a bit of initiative. But they're going to take it back. But that's okay. Reduce the active player's initiative by amount equal to the defense value of the objective and the defense value of any unit entrenched. So there's 4 defense units here. Nope, you can't see that. There's 4 defense values icons up there. So they will have to lose 4 defense, or 4 initiative. 1, 2, 3, 4. Puts them back down to 4. However, they will take this major objective back. And that goes back over here. This unit, even though it was entrenched, just stays with me. It's unharmed. It just means that they were overrun and they kind of retreated. So that was their turn. And... they went last, so we're down to 2 cards. So we're going to the next season, which is winter. We get 2 new action cards out here. We have fire machine guns and support. And it's back to me for the research and build phase. Fires at support. Or I can increase my... because this is going to go away. So do I want to lose HE ammo? So when I transition to 1944, I get a whole new set of technology tiles that are more advanced. So do I want to give myself HE ammo? They still don't have really any support units, but it's an automatic upgrade that I immediately get. I think I'm going to do it. It allows me to fire at support, but see, my gun is still only +1. You know what? Let's do it. I like it. I'm going to upgrade cannon, HE ammo. It's auto, so it immediately goes out, and it's a secondary technology for my cannons. That just goes right there. So now we go to the combat phase, and I have initiative, so I will take an action. You know what? I'm going to blitz and just take that major objective back. I can't. There's no blitz action up there. I can do a support action. Try to get another support card. The 2 machine guns are not going to help me. The fire cannons allows me to try to attack one of their tanks. And I would be attacking it from the rear. It would be 3 plus their die roll to 1 plus my die roll. So if they roll high, I think that's a waste. I think I'm going to have to do support again. But it says 0. And I'm at 7. I can't roll a 7 on a d6. So, let's do fire cannons. Alright, fire cannons, weight limit is 4. Weight limit is 4. But I have my doctrine which says add a d6 to the weight allowance. Come on. 2. Which makes it 6, and my weight allowance is 7. So I'm going to have a malfunction on my support. I still get the action. Or no, not support, fire cannons. So I still get the action. So I still get to fire, but I'm going to, my cannons are going to be out. That's unfortunate. So I will 1 plus my die roll. 2, 3. I'm not even going to roll because he already beats it with a 3. 3 plus a die, yeah, 9. He rolls a 6. Oh, sorry. Can't see that. I rolled a 2 plus 1 for my cannon, which gives it a 3. Or 6 and plus 3 for his, which gives a 9 defense. So he defends it successfully. That was actually really bad for me. That's disappointing. And I have my cannon is now malfunction because I went over the weight limit. Even though I had my doctrine, I just rolled poorly. That is disappointing. Okay, now on to their action. So we have AI priorities support. There is a support, but it is a zero weight limit. So they will go to 2, which is fire cannon. There's nothing up there. They will go to blitz, which is not up there. So now what do we do? If no actions from the AI card... Oh, if the AI cannot take any of the 3 actions on the AI card, repeat the above steps, ignoring the weight limit requirement. So, now we go back to it, and we're going to force them to lose some stuff. So, support, which it is here, but there is a weight limit requirement. So basically, they are going to lose a tank tile because they are over the weight limit. So I took that away. So the support, you see, is 0. So they are... we ignore the weight limit, but it still negatively affects them, and they lose one of their tank kill tiles. But they draw 2 support cards, they keep 1, and they discard 1 at the top. So we already know what those 2 support cards are. They are the conscripts and the machine gun. Now they have a nice little chart here. It says AI will choose a complementary card if appropriate. Units and objectives complement each other. If there's no available complement, consult the support card priorities table. So they both have 2... they have 2 units which will complement their current major objective. So they will choose probably the machine gun over the conscripts. But let me look. Yes, the machine gun over the conscripts. So they will choose the machine gun, and they will entrench those. And then the conscripts actually get discarded. When they do that. Now, will they entrench? I would imagine that they would immediately entrench. But let's see what the book says. The book does not say. I don't know why they would not entrench. So I'm going to say that they entrench because that makes sense to me. So that was their action. And if we go back to, they have the reinforcements, but that number is not less than or equal to the current difficulty, which is 1. So those go away. But they did lose 1 tank kill tile, which helps me out. Now I have something to shoot my machine guns at. Good. Our first catch of the day. So now we have reached the end of this phase. We will refill the action cards. We have a support with a no weight limit and a turret with a 4 weight limit. So now we go to the end of phase again, and I don't remember what happens. Oh, we do the end of year. Right, that's right. All right, so we will score victory points. So we 1 victory point for each kill tile on their player board. I have 3, so I get 3 victory points. That puts me at 7. I get 1 victory point for each symbol on the objective cards and units I own. I have 1, 2, 3, so that gives me 3 more. I get 1 victory point for each enemy support unit destroyed. I have none. So we'll go back to their victory points. So they get, they have 3 tiles, so they get 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3. And they have 3 victory points there, plus 1 for the unit they killed. Now, it's 1943. I can spend 3 initiative to get 2 victory points. I think I might do that. 1, 2, 3. Gives me 2 victory points. Puts me up right behind them. I could spend another 3 if I wanted and get 2 more victory points. I think that puts me too far behind. I think that puts me too far behind. So I'm not going to. And now we go to their chart, where I roll 2 dice. And I got a 6. And on a 6, they will buy as many victory points while keeping order. Which means the current order is I'm still above them. So they will spend 3 victory points, 1, 2, 3, to get 2 victory points, or 3 initiative to get 2 victory points. They're keeping the same order here, and they cannot go below 0, so they can't spend another 3 to actually go up. They're still ahead of me though. And now we go to their year end here. So we're on 1944, and we're in the spring. Their tank cards still have kill tiles on them. Does that tank have a 1944? It does. Oh no, you know what? I think I was supposed to be rolling. No. Each AI tank card that has a production number for the next year receives one additional tank kill tile. If the AI player has no AI tank cards, repeat the procedure to determine a starting tank using the current year's production numbers. They do have. Okay, no, I think we're playing it right. So the T-34 does have a production number in 1944, so it will get another tank kill tile. And then I'm going to get new technology tiles because we're going to 1944 anyways. So let me get to that here real quick. All players discard their blue technology tiles from the technology stack and replace them with an equal number of random orange technology tiles. And I had 2 that I got rid of, so I replaced them with 2 orange technology tiles. Just let me dump a bunch of these out. Flip them all over so I can't see them. And I get 2 at random. We'll pick that one, and we'll pick this one over here. And let me just shove these off to the side. Let's see here. All right, so let's look at what technologies I got. I got wide tracks, which decreases my weight by 4. Haha! And I got a 7.5. It can't be centimeters, can it? 7.5 centimeter gun? That doesn't make sense. Whatever that unit is. KWK 42 plus 4 to my tank or my cannon action. Yeah, that's the one I'm going to research. So we're going to research that. In my build research action, that's going face down. That's getting ready to be deployed. I'm ready. All right. Now we are at the combat phase. Put the T-34 back down there. All right, combat phase. Let's see. Let's just see. I'm not worried about the turrets. I could use it. That's still another. Or no. That's not a fire cannons. The turret would allow me. It does have a 4 weight limit, so I'd have to roll my d6. I do have the option to flip my d6 back over to get another tank kill token, but I don't think that I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to keep the d6. I could do support again, or I could use my machine guns. I'm going to use my machine guns. I'm going to fire machine guns. That's what I'll do. I will fire machine guns right here. I choose, it is a 12 weight limit, and was there a weight limit? It adds 2. So I probably need to research both of these and then put them on. Okay. Deal. Fire machine guns. I get to fire with my tank, I get to fire with my special forces, and I get to fire with my mortar. So we will do machine guns on my tank first, and we'll be targeting here. Actually, you know what? No, we're going to do the special forces. So I'm going to roll my d6. 3 plus 2 is 5, and they have a defense value of 1 plus whatever they roll. And they rolled a 1. So they're 2 defense values, so they get killed. And I get that over here. I'll put that right. I'll put that off to the side. So I killed them. I can't really attack with my machine guns for anything else because they have no more support units. So that ends my action. Now they go. So we'll draw an AI card. And we have Blitz, which is not up there. Support, which is up there and available. And that's what they're going to do. They will choose the support card. It has no weight limit on it, so they will draw 2 cards. They drew, engineers, and a major objective. So they will draw something that, they will choose something that complements first above anything else. So they are going to choose those engineers versus this major objective because they already have a major objective and the engineers can complement that major objective. So that's what they will choose. That will go up there. The major objective just gets discarded. And that finishes the AI priorities. And then we are done with that, and we go to the next season, which is spring. We will do 2 more action cards. We have a fire machine guns with a 2 weight limit and a blitz with an unlimited. I get to the research. I'm just going to go ahead and research the other one, get it ready, and I will build it next round. And now we go to actions phase, and I still have initiative, so I go first. I am going to I think it makes sense for me to blitz right now. It makes sense for me to blitz. So I will blitz. There's no weight limit on it. So I gain my blitz initiative, which is 1, 2, 3. So I go up 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I can capture that objective. But I have to decrease my initiative by 3 to take it. But I do have my mind flail, which allows me to reduce that by 1. So I only reduce my initiative by 2. And then I take this initiative and leave those engineers right there. And I will just put these special forces back on this major objective. That's my turn. And we go back to the AI priority. And we have a blitz, which is no longer up there. And we have a turret, which is up there. But it does not meet the weight requirements. And then we have a fire cannons, which is not up there. So now we redo those without ignoring the weight requirement. Blitz, still not up there. Turret is, and we ignore the weight requirement. So the weight requirement for the turret is 4. So there are 9, and which causes them to lose a tank kill tile. But now we go to the initiative, the turret initiative, which is 1, so they will gain 1 initiative. And their engineers provide them 1 initiative as well, so they go up an additional 1. And reinforcements, that does equal the current level, which is 1. So now they get reinforcements. And it shows the soldiers. So I will reveal and deploy the top card of the support deck next to that tank. Entrench if able. It is artillery. So now they have an artillery. We'll put this up here since I have that card down there. They have the engineers and they have the artillery. So now they can actually start doing some damage. I need to get some machine guns probably to take those out, but I also need to repair my main cannons before I can do that. That is the end of this season, so we go to the fall, and we have 2 more action cards coming out. And we have a turret, and we have a support. The turret is an 18 weight limit, and the support has no limit on it. I'm going to build, obviously. So I will put my wide tracks down here in the bottom. There's no icon. And it immediately reduces my weight limit by 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I will add my cannon, but it's still malfunction, and it goes primary over there, and it increases my weight limit by 1. So now I can start doing some damage once I get up there, once I have that ability to. We go to the actions, which currently... let's see here. Let me pause here for a moment, do some thinking. Okay. Had to make a phone call. But now I'm back. Actions. I have initiative. I can get more initiative, but I'm probably going to fire those machine guns. And I'm probably going to fire those machine guns. Actually, I have 3 sets of machine guns. I can fire machine guns and everything. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to choose the machine guns with no weight limit so that they are forced to choose the one with a weight limit. I like this plan. I'm glad I'm a part of it. Alright, fire machine guns. We'll do my tank first. And my tank does a +1 on my roll. So we will first try to attack. We're going to try to go after the artillery first. Kind of a crapshoot. So 4 + 1 is 5. And their defense roll is whatever they roll +1. And it is a 4 + 1 + 5. So what that means now is those are equal. So in an equal scenario, the unit is then suppressed. And basically that unit cannot take any more actions. So that unit is suppressed. So now I will attack machine guns with my... we will use my mortars, and they will attack machine guns at the engineers. And so it is +1. So die roll +1. And 6 + 1 is 7. That's a good start. So now their defense is going to be die roll +1. And they have a 1 + 1, which is 2, which is less than 7, if my maths are correct. So they get destroyed and killed. And then I have my special forces that can also do a machine gun attack at a machine gun +2. And we will go ahead and then try to attack the artillery once again. So whatever, roll +2. Ooh, 2 + 2 is 4. So hope we roll low. We did. We rolled a 1. So 1 + 1 is 2, and 2 + 2 is 4. And so that kills these guys. And they go into my pile of victory points. And that was my machine gun action. Now we're over to them, and they will choose an AI card. And their AI card says Blitz, which is not up there, Turret, which is up there, and they do meet the weight requirement, so they will turret. Weight requirement right there is 18. They have 9, so they will turret. Gain turret initiative, which according to their card is just 1 initiative, so they will go up 1. Had they still had those support units, they probably would have gone up at least 2 more, I think. So that's the turret action, and then there's no additional reinforcements, so those go away. And now we are back to the end of the season, and we go to winter, and we will put 2 more action cards out. We have a Blitz, and we have a Fire Cannons. Now, build, research, and build. I don't think I get any more research tokens. Let me look and see. You know what? I should have gotten 1 more, because at the end of the year, I get... No, I don't get any additional technology tiles. I get the additional tank kill tile, which I did not take. I should have 4. Do I get... What happens if I don't have... I don't think I get any additional tanks technologies. I think I had all those autos and discards, which I used rather quickly and ran through my stack of 8 that I started with. Yep, I don't get any additional ones. Okay, that's fine. So nothing happens on that phase anymore, which is okay. We go to the action phase, and I am ahead. Unfortunately, what I'm going to have to do is take a repair action to get my gun so I can use it. So I'm going to use the Blitz, and I will discard the Blitz to take a repair action. And my repair and rally is currently 1 gear, which means I may repair 1 thing. And so I will repair my main gun. Unless, let me go back here and look. When you build, it doesn't say, yeah, I guess it doesn't say anything about... It doesn't say anything about... Oh, I forgot to overwhelm when I beat their tank. I could have made it another attack. I could have kept attacking. I could have kept attacking. But what I'm looking for is... where it talks about malfunction. It doesn't say I can't upgrade it, and it doesn't say it goes away when I upgrade it. So I was just looking to see if maybe when I upgraded it, it automatically got rid of the malfunction tile, but it doesn't say that it does. It also doesn't say that I can't do it. So or I can't upgrade a malfunctioned piece of technology. I just assume that it would remain malfunctioned until I repaired it. So, actually, from year to year, maybe the cleanup causes it to go away? Let's look. Or end of season. We're getting ready to do the scoring. This goes away at the end of the season. I haven't counted. Did I count the machine guns last time? I don't think that I did. They still had those. I killed all of those this season. Or this year. I'm just looking to see. Yeah. I don't see anything that says that they malfunctions. Yep. There's nothing. The only way to get rid of them is repair. So I did that right. I think I did that right. So that was my action. Now we go back to their action. We're going to do another AI card. And we have fire machine guns, which is up there but does not meet the weight requirement. Fire cannons, which is up there and does meet the weight requirement, which is an infinite weight requirement. So what we will do is do our fire cannons, which currently is +1. So we will roll a d6. Excuse me. Which is a 1. 1 + 1 is 2. My rear armor is 3, so I've already beat it, but I'll just go ahead and roll and see how bad I beat it. How bad I defend it. I rolled a 6. 6 + 3 is 9, so the 2, yeah, I defended it. So the fire cannons is gone, and the AI priorities card is gone. And now we are at the end of the winter, so we will end season. We will refill this card. We have fire machine guns with a weight requirement of 16, and we have burned treads with a weight requirement of 6. Huzzah! I'm gonna have some fun. So now we go to scoring. Right, that is the end of the season. We refilled. We have not shuffled yet. This is the winner. Victory points for each kill tile on the playboard. I currently have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will go up 4 to 16. I get 1 victory point for each of the objectives and the cards I have here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I get 5 more, which puts me at 21. And then I get 1 for each of my destroyed units, which is 3. Puts me up 3 more, but then these go away. Those go into that discard pile. The same thing for the Russians. They get 3 victory points, so that's 1, 2, 3. They have no objectives or support units, so they get nothing there, and they have no units that they killed this season, so they get nothing there. Now we can do victory points from initiative. So for 1944, for every 2 initiative, gets you 1 victory point. I do not think that I'm going to do that. I'm too far ahead. But they will consult their end game or their end year chart. And we will roll 2 dice. That was on 4. They rolled a 3. And at 3, they buy 2 victory points if initiative is 10 or higher. Their initiative is not 10 or higher, it is at 4, so they don't buy any victory points. So I get an additional tank tile. Oh, we have to do whether they get one. So we are going to 1945. And the T-34 does not have a 1945 tank, or I'll show you here. The 1945 has no number next to it. So what I will do instead is roll 2 dice. And we rolled a 10. So now I go to the tank cards and I look for the one that says 1945 with a number 10 in it. That is this one. That is the T-3485. So this tank is going to come out. It gets 4 tank kill markers. I need to start doing throw some hurting bombs on these tanks, I think, to get some kill markers away from here. So it's going to have 4. It has a weight allowance of 8, and it has a big cannon with +3 and armor, heavy-duty armor. So, yeah, I need to make some progress here. But this is the last year, so we're going to have 4 more rounds, basically, and then we will see who wins. So, back to build and deploy, nothing. I've already built and deployed, and I am ready to do a combat action. I am still first. I think what I will do is actually... I'm going to burn tread. I'm going to burn tread, and it is 6. Weight limit is 6, and I have weight limit of 4. It selects any action, so I will select a fire cannons action, and I will fire my cannons at the T-34. Since it has, I have initiative over it, so I will be flanking it. So the defense number they have is 3, and my cannon attack is whatever I roll plus 4. So let's see what I roll. I'm gonna roll high. I'm gonna roll a 2. So I rolled a 6 really. So that's plus 4. So now they have a 3 plus whatever they roll, and they rolled a 1. So they're at 4. So my 6 beats their 4, and they lose a tank kill. Now I can overwhelm them, which is what I didn't do the first time I attacked them, which allows me to keep attacking. So I will attack again, and I will do the same thing with a fire cannon action, and it is plus 4 to whatever I roll. And I rolled a 1, so I have a 5, so I mean there's still a chance. They have 3 plus whatever they roll. They rolled a 2, so that's a 5, and so they're tied. And what that would normally do is... Actually, what would that normally do? I know what ties do on support units, but what about cannons? If the firepower is greater than or equal to the defense, the active player destroys one of the defender's tanks. So it is equal, so I get rid of one of these other ones, and I can continue to overwhelm. I will keep going. I'm going to push. It's not really pushing your luck, because there's no negative effect for me. So I will do the 4 plus my die roll, which is a 4, so it's 8, and they have a 3 plus 4 is 7. I take away their last one, and I'll keep going. Now I'm going to attack the T-34. Let's see here. I rolled a 5 plus my 4 is 9, but they have a 4, so whatever they roll plus 4 is a 3 plus 7. So I take away one of their tanks. So it was 9 to 7. I'm pushing my luck. I'm going again. I will roll a 6 plus 4 is 10, and they are going to roll a 1 plus 4, which is 5. They lose another one. Man, I love these tanks. We're gonna keep over. I'm pretty sure I can keep overwhelming. Let me look. If the active player was firing their tank's cannon and their firepower was greater than the defense, may fire their tank again, but it was not greater than before. So when did that was equal to? That was way back here. That was way back. This had 2, and I think this one still had 1. They were equal. I think I was able to get 2, and that's where I should have stopped. Okay. Okay. I think that's where that was at. So that's my action. Now we go to the AI card. And the AI, I believe this takes an action with all tanks. Executed in the same manner as a human player, except they use the characteristics on the AI tank cards. All AI tanks and eligible support units perform the selected action. So all tanks are going to fire. So both tanks. So fire cannons, it's not up there. Whew. Fire machine guns is up there. And they are going to choose the 16 weight one. And allows them to fire machine guns at support units. So we will discard this, and the T-34 will attack first at machine guns, which is +1, and they are going to target the lowest defense, which is going to be this one's here. So there are 2 defense. That's the mortars. So they roll a d6 and add 1 to it, and it's a 3, so they rolled a 4, and I roll a dice and add 2 to it, and it's a 4, which is 6. So I successfully defend against the T-34, but now the T-34-85 is up, and its machine gun is also just +1, so it will do the same thing. I forgot to flip over when I was rolling the dice. Sorry, guys. We will do a d6 +1, 1 +1, and then my defense is whatever I roll +2. 3 + 2 is 5. I'd successfully defended against the T-34 as well. So that takes care of their priority actions, and then the reinforcements don't take effect because that's greater than 1. So now we go to the next season. We get 2 more action cards. We have a support with 12 weight limit and a turret with no weight limit. And build and research, nothing. And I still have initiative. Fire machine guns is worthless for me, but I could do either the support or the turret. If I do the turret, I'm going to get 3 initiative. If I do the support, that's just going to give them more cards, which is more stuff for me to shoot at. I like that idea. So we'll take the turret. And that gains the turret initiative, which is 1-2 for my 50 horsepower turret, plus 1 for my mortar here. So it gives me 3 initiative. 1, 2, 3. And now it's their turn, and we will do a AI priority card. And we have fire cannon, which is not up there. We have turret, which is not up there, and we have fire machine guns, which is up there, but they don't meet the weight requirement. However, now we can't do any of those. We redo them and ignore the weight requirement. Fire cannon is not up there. Turret is not up there. Fire machine guns is up there, and we ignore the weight requirement, which is going to cause both of them to lose one of their tokens, which is good. So here's the fire machine guns with the 2 weight requirement. So that's what they will choose, and the T-34 will fire first, and it will lose. It will lose one of its things because it has to take a malfunction, and then it will fire. Oh wait, I killed one of their tanks last round, so I should have gotten an extra tank kill token as a reward for that. I forgot to give myself that. Now the T-34 will do a machine gun attack. Again, it's going to attack the mortar, and it rolls a single d6 +1. It rolled a 5, so it's got a 6. So I got to roll 4 or better, or that guy is dead. Come on, if any time I needed a 4 or better. Actually, I need a 5 or better, but I'll take a 4. It just suppresses him. It's a 1. All right, well, so he's killed. And that goes in their pile for bonus points at the end of the game. Now the T-34-85 is going to attack, and they will attack the Special Forces, and they get a +1 to their die roll, and their die roll is, a 6. But I have a +4 to my die roll, so if any time I needed to roll high, 3 + 4 is 7, which equals their 7. So they will just suppress these guys, so I cannot use them until I do a repair. That is unfortunate. We come back to the AI priorities, and they should have lost, the T-34-85 should have lost a tank kill tile because they were over the weight limit for that action. Reinforcements don't take effect because it's a level 1 AI. Next season is fall, and we get 2 more action cards. We will go with fire cannons, yes, and another fire cannons. we're gonna be doing some hurting, I believe. And then it's back to me. I will. I don't do the build and research phase because I have no technologies. But I do take an action, and I will take. I'm going to take a fire cannons action. I have to take a fire cannons action. I will take the no weight requirement fire cannons action, and I am going to fire my cannon at the T-34 because that is the only tank that has any tank kill tiles left. So I will attack it with whatever I roll plus 4. 3, so I'm hit it for 7. Its defense is 4. So whatever it rolls plus 4. Because I'm flanking it. It is a 4, so it successfully defends. Drat. That was my action. Now on to their action. Fire cannon, which is up there, and they both meet the weight requirements, so they will take that. So the first is the T-34. Will attack me at a cannon of whatever they roll plus 1. So they will roll. They will roll a 4 plus 1 is 5. My defense, I am higher initiative, so is whatever I roll plus 4. So I roll a 6 plus 4. I successfully defend against the T-34. But now the T-34-85 attacks, and it is whatever they roll plus 3. So we're going to roll. We roll. That was a 4. I flipped it. They rolled a 4. Plus 3 is 7. And then whatever I roll plus 4 is 2, which is 6. So they do 1 damage to me. They kill one of my tanks. And I get rid of one of my tank tiles. And they will get a tank tile for killing one of my tank tiles. So that goes onto their stack at the end of the round. So that was their action. There are no reinforcements on their side. And then we go to the last season. And we flip 2 new action cards. Turret and Burn Tread. So it is back to me. And I don't build and research because I have no technologies. But I take a combat action. I can Burn Tread and try to attack that T-34-85. I'm going to do that. I'm going to Burn Tread. It is a 12-pound or a 12-ton weight limit. My weight is 4. So I will attack the T-34-85 with my. I'm going to do the fire cannons action. So that's a plus 4 to whatever I roll. It's a 4, so I hit it 8. And I am flanking it because my initiative is higher, so it's plus 4 to whatever they roll. And that is a 5. So I still do not hit it. And that's my action. So now we do an AI card. And we have a turret, which is up there, and they meet the requirements for it, so that's what they're going to do, which is no weight limit. So they will gain the turret. So the T-34 turret's a 1, so that increases the initiative by 1. And then the T-34-85 turret's 2, so they get 2 initiative for that. So you can see I move them up 3 initiative. And that's the turret action, and then that's the AI priorities action. Now we are at the end of the season. Normally we would just put out 2 more action cards. One was a blitz, and the other one was burn treads, but it's basically the end of the game at this point. We will do end of a year scoring, which we do 1 victory point for a tank. Each tank kill tile. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I get 5 points. Puts me at 29. 1 victory point for the victory point symbols on the cards up here. even suppressed units. So even though this unit is suppressed, I still get a victory point for it. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, which puts me up to 33. And then I get 1 victory point for each enemy support unit I killed. I have none. Now we score the Russians, and they have 1, 2, 3, 4 victory points that they get, so that puts them at 22. They have no support units, so they score nothing there, but they do have 1 enemy unit they killed of mine, which gives them 1 victory point, and then that gets discarded. And then we go to victory points from initiative. At this point, I have basically 9 initiative. So for 1945, you can spend 3 initiative to get 1 victory point. I might as well. So I could spend I can spend all 9 and put me back down to 0 initiative and get 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3. And then the year-end AI spending, it says in 1945, AI will spend all initiative. So they have 7 initiative. They can spend 2 sets of 3 back down to 1 to get 2 victory points. And end of year maintenance, which we just did. End of game. At the end of 1945, players may receive bonus points. Most tank kill tiles gets 3 victory points. They have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I get 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3. No tank kill tiles, minus 3 victory points. They have no tank kill tiles for this T-34, so they get minus 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3. I think, maybe that's not how that works. Maybe that's not how that works. I don't think that's how that works. Never mind. And then malfunction markers, you get minus 1 for each malfunction marker that's out on your tank. They obviously don't take malfunction markers, and I repaired the one that was on mine. And then the player with the most victory points wins the game. Let me make sure that there's nothing special for the AI player at the end of the game. No, there is not. Okay. So I won the game with 39 victory points to the AI player's 25 victory points. That was an enjoyable game. I think I played it properly. I don't think that I messed anything up. I did mess some things up, but I did fix them, or I forgot to give myself points, or forgot to give them points, or when I kept overwhelming and I couldn't because the values were equal versus being greater than. I thought the AI was very easy to handle. You draw the card, you go through. If it's not up here, you don't have to worry about it. If it is up here, you just check the weight requirement. If you can't meet anything, you go back through the list and ignore the weight requirements. If there's 4 supports up here and the support isn't on the AI priorities, what would happen then is all 4 of these would get discarded, and then 4 new ones would come out, and then the AI would draw the top card and do the what's it called? It's what is that called? It's called what is that called? Going for broke? Desperate measures. They would have done desperate measures, which means they could have they're not going to take they could have done a repair rally action if they had a suppressed unit, or they would have been forced to do whatever the action says, regardless of the weight limit. So the AI was very easy to handle. There's a whole stack of these AI cards, so you can see there's plenty to go through. These tank cards are the tank cards per faction, so there are tank cards for the other units as well. Where more of these tanks would have come out is if I would have killed all of the, taken all the tokens away from this T-34 in the other years, it would have basically, if there's no tank tiles, it goes away and you roll for more tanks to come out. I don't think one of these should have come out at the beginning of each year, but I guess it could have. I might have played that wrong. I don't know. I don't think I did, though, because that would probably be pretty overwhelming. if you had a ton of if by 1945 you have 4 tanks to worry about, and every time they take a tank action, they're essentially going to be taking 4 tiles away. I think that would be a little bit too much. Maybe not though. I don't know. Maybe I did play that wrong. Otherwise, it was a lot of fun building my tank, researching, getting those technologies out. Um, I think I did hit did get lucky with a bunch of autos and discards that I could use to immediately uh, change this up. The support stuff is a lot of fun. They add a lot of additional actions you can do outside of your tanks. The major and minor objectives are easy to, you know, the, they are what they are. You don't have to worry about, oh, this objective is this town and does this, that, or the other thing. It's just major and minor, and that's what they are. I thought it was pretty fast paced. We're at about almost 2 hours, so for a solo game. So if you're playing this with other players, it might it's probably going to be about the same time once they figure it out what they want to do. You do your build and research action simultaneously with other players, and then you take the combat actions in initiative order, and then you go to the next season and rinse repeat. So I think it would be pretty quickly, be pretty quick. I did have to spend some time looking up rules, but that wasn't too terrible. So that is a solo playthrough of Built for War. The only thing I'm unsure about is if additional tanks should have been coming out each year. And I don't. End of year maintenance. Discard AI tank cards that contain no tank kill tiles. Each AI tank card that has a production number for the next year receives 1 additional tank kill tile. If the AI player has no AI tank cards, repeat the procedure to determine a starting tank using the current year's production numbers. To me, that means if I have a tank card that's out there and it has a number for the year, then I would have just added a tank tile to it, which is what I did, and then go on. And then if there's no AI tank cards out there because I killed all the tank tiles, then I would re-roll the dice and pull a tank out. Yeah, so I think I did that properly. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with that playthrough. I think I played it right. Let me know in the comments if I screwed something up, um, and I can drop little what are the captions or whatever, or the subtitles for where I screwed it up at. If you could leave a timestamp, that would be great as well. Um, Otherwise, it's probably not going to get. I'm probably not going to be able to add the subtitle in because I'm not honestly not going to spend the time to go through and figure out where I screwed it up. Um, but yeah, so that is a solo version of Built for War. Very pleased with it. Definitely want to play this with a couple more people. I think this is can be a very fun game, multiplayer. Maybe even throw in, play with 3 players and throw in an AI for the 4th player. That can make things very interesting in terms of how they, who gets targeted and whatnot. Because normally you just be worrying about your other players, but this guy can be a nuisance as well. Anyways, thanks for watching.